week 12 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few forwards I look to drop this week. The first guy, Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls. So Patrick Williams, after a bad injury last season, that pretty much kept him out the whole year. He's been back, and the numbers, they've been hit or miss so far in the season. 9.4 points a game, 4 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.3 threes a game, and 45% from the field. So right now, he's a guy that's still going out there, and he's getting about 30 to 40 minute range right now for the Chicago Bull team here. But he's not really putting enough stats up to garner value, in my opinion. December 28th versus the Bucks, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 33% from the field. December 30th versus the Pistons, 8 points, 3 rebounds, a steal, 2 threes, 50% from the field. And December 31st versus the Cavs, 9 points, 2 boards, a 3, 57% from the field. So right here, he's only getting 8 and 9 points, which isn't horrible, but it's not enough to garner fantasy value, in my opinion. He's not great at one category. He'll get you a few stats here and there, and we got to see more scoring out of him, or at least more rebounding and three-point shooting. As long as the field goal stays how it is and he could just score a little bit more, I think he'll have value down the line. But right now, he's definitely a forward I would drop this week. The next guy's Jalen Smith, the Indiana Pacers. So right here, Jalen Smith, they got him from the Phoenix Suns last season, and so far this year, he's had a couple good games early in the year, but the numbers have definitely dropped off over the last couple weeks. 10 points a game, 6.1 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 3, and 45% from the field. But the last few weeks here for Smith, it's dropped off. 7.5 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and 55% from the field. So another guy who don't do one thing great. He'll get a couple points here and there. He'll get some decent rebounding, but he don't really block shots. He don't really hit the 3-ball. And for a big man, his field goal percentage ain't all that great as well here for Jalen Smith. And his playing time's only about 25 minutes a game he'll max out at. So the last few games here for him, December 27th versus the Hawks, 9.7 boards, 66% from the field. December 29th versus Cleveland, 5 points, a rebound, and assist, a block in that one. And December 31st versus Clippers, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, a 3, and 57% from the field. So right now, he's not doing enough, like I said, to garner fantasy value. I know he'll have a couple pop games here and there where he gets double-digit rebounds and gets a double-double, 10 and 10, with maybe a block or 2 and a 3 or 2. But those games have pretty much been few and far between over the last few weeks here for Jalen Smith. And even fantasy owners have dropped him in a few percent of fantasy leagues. And the third and final forward I look to drop this week here is Herbert Jones of the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Pelicans having a great season, no doubt about it. Herbert Jones had a solid rookie season last year, but so far this year, it's been a mixed bag of results on the season. 10.3 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.4 steals a game, and 42% from the field. So his field goal percentage isn't good. Last season, he was at a 47 out of 42. And like I said, this Pelican team, so many guys they got on this roster, obviously. CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas is ahead of him in the pecking order. So these guys obviously are going to get more of an opportunity. And he's going to be a guy that's going to do some of the dirty work and get the smaller stat line. December 23rd at the Thunder, 15.6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, a block in that one, 33%. December 31st at the Memphis Grizzlies, 4 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 16% from the field. So right here, he's not doing enough for one thing. I know his rebounding has been solid for a forward, but if he's just getting rebounds, you can find that pretty much anywhere on your fantasy wire or obviously on your roster. And right now, he's not a guy really I would hold on to even after coming off a pretty solid rookie season last year. So that's a few forwards I look to drop here for week 12 of the fantasy basketball season.